the world's most exotic and extreme dishes you won't believe people eat. Part 2. Food is a reflection of culture, and in some parts of the world, what's served on the plate might surprise and even shock you. Stick around as we take you on a journey through the most daring and exotic foods from across the globe. Tuna Eyeballs, Japan. How do you feel about eating a fish eyeball the size of your fist? Tuna eyeballs are a common delicacy in Japan, often found in grocery stores and restaurants. The eyeballs are usually simmered in soy sauce and spices, with the surrounding muscles and fat offering a gelatinous texture. While the thought may be off-putting, the flavor is said to be quite mild. Tuna eyeballs are a reminder that in some cultures, no part of the animal goes to waste, and what may seem extreme to one person is a tasty treat to another. Stink bugs, Africa. Could you handle the strong, pungent taste of stink bugs? In parts of Africa, stink bugs are collected and eaten as a crunchy, flavorful snack. Despite their name, they're highly prized for their protein content and are said to have an intense, almost medicinal flavor. They're often boiled to remove their strong odor before being fried or roasted. Stink bugs are a protein-packed snack that's been enjoyed for generations, proving that even the most unappetizing sounding foods can be delicious. Century eggs, China. How about eating an egg that's been preserved for months? Century eggs, also known as preserved eggs, are a Chinese delicacy where eggs, usually duck, chicken, or quail, are preserved in a mixture of clay, ash, and salt for several months. The result is a jelly-like egg with a dark green yolk and a strong, pungent flavor. Despite their unusual appearance, century eggs are widely enjoyed in Chinese cuisine. Century eggs challenge our idea of what an egg should look and taste like, but for many, they're a rich, savory treat. Guinea pig, Peru. Could you eat a small furry animal that's typically a pet in some countries? In Peru, guinea pig, or cuy, is a traditional dish that's been eaten for centuries, particularly in rural Andean communities. Cuy is usually roasted or fried and served whole, often accompanied by potatoes or corn. It has a gamey flavor, similar to rabbit, and is considered a delicacy for special occasions. While guinea pig may seem strange to some, in Peru, it's a cherished part of the culinary tradition and a significant source of protein. Blood sausage, various countries. Could you eat sausage made from blood? Blood sausage, also known as black pudding, is a dish made by cooking animal blood, typically from pigs, with a filler like oats or barley. It's common in many countries, including Spain, Ireland, and Korea. The result is a rich, savory sausage that has been eaten for centuries as a way to use every part of the animal. Blood sausage is a perfect example of nose-to-tail cooking, using parts of the animal that are often overlooked. Bird's nest soup, China. Would you eat a soup made from the nest of a bird? Bird's nest soup is a Chinese delicacy made from the nests of swiftlets, a bird species that builds its nests primarily from its own hardened saliva. These nests are harvested and dissolved into a gelatinous broth that's prized for its supposed health benefits, including boosting the immune system and enhancing skin health. Bird's nest soup is often served at special banquets. Considered one of the most expensive foods in the world, bird's nest soup is both a luxury and a symbol of status in Chinese culture. Jellied moose nose, Canada. Would you try moose nose turned into a gelatinous delicacy? A traditional Canadian dish, particularly in indigenous communities, jellied moose nose is exactly what it sounds like: boiled moose nose that's then chilled into a gelatin. The process involves simmering the nose with onions and spices, then slicing it and serving it cold. It's a textural experience with chewy cartilage and fatty layers. Jellied moose nose is a delicacy that requires a taste for adventure and a willingness to explore the less familiar parts of an animal. Bat soup, Southeast Asia. Would you eat soup made from bats? In parts of Southeast Asia and the Pacific Islands, bat soup is considered a delicacy. The dish often features fruit bats or flying foxes, boiled whole with spices, and is believed to have medicinal properties in some cultures. The taste is said to be similar to chicken, but its exotic ingredients make it one of the world's most controversial foods. Bat soup may be beloved by some, but its preparation and association with certain health risks have sparked debate worldwide. Squirrel brains, USA, southern states. Would you try squirrel brains served in a pie? In some parts of the southern United States, squirrel brains were once considered a delicacy, often served fried or baked into pies. Though the practice has become less common due to health concerns, it remains a part of culinary history in rural America. Squirrel brains may seem extreme, but they reflect the traditional nose-to-tail eating philosophy, making use of every part of the animal. Escargo France. Could you eat snails drenched in garlic butter? Escargot, a famous French delicacy, consists of land snails cooked with garlic, butter, and parsley. Despite their humble origins, these snails are considered a luxurious dish in fine dining. The flavor is often described as earthy and mild, with the garlic butter sauce elevating the dish to gourmet status. While escargot may be a staple in French cuisine, it remains a daring choice for those unaccustomed to eating snails. Kivak Greenland. Could you eat fermented birds encased in a seal skin? Kivak is a traditional Greenlandic dish made by fermenting small seabirds called auks inside a hollowed-out seal skin. The seal is sewn shut and buried for several months, allowing the birds to ferment. When the seal is opened, the birds are eaten raw, feathers and all. Kivak is a testament to the resourcefulness of the Inuit people, using nature's ingredients to create a unique survival food in harsh Arctic conditions. Frog legs, France, China, USA. Would you try amphibian legs as a delicacy? Frog legs are eaten in several countries, including France, China, and parts of the southern United States. The legs are usually fried or sautéed with butter and garlic, and their flavor is often compared to chicken. Frog legs are considered a delicacy, especially in French cuisine. Frog legs may sound unusual, but they're prized for their tender texture and mild flavor, making them a staple in fine dining. Prairie Oysters, USA/Canada. Would you try deep-fried bull testicles? Prairie oysters, also known as Rocky Mountain oysters, are bull testicles that are breaded and deep-fried. This unusual dish is considered a delicacy in parts of the American West and Canada. The texture is often compared to calamari, with a mild, slightly gamey flavor. Prairie oysters are an example of how even the most unexpected parts of an animal can become a beloved regional specialty. Pineapple pizza, USA/Canada. Would you top your pizza with sweet, tropical fruit? Pineapple pizza, often called Hawaiian pizza, is a controversial dish that mixes savory and sweet by topping a traditional pizza with ham and pineapple chunks.
Not allowed in Italy, it's illegal, okay?
Though it originated in Canada in the 1960s, this polarizing dish has sparked debates worldwide with passionate supporters and fierce critics. It is considered an insult by Italians, the country where pizza comes from. Sometimes customers who dare to order it are reprimanded or thrown out. Pineapple pizza might not be the most extreme in ingredients, but it certainly provokes some of the most heated debates in food culture.
Pineapple pizza is a shit.
Whether you love it or hate it, it's become a defining pizza topping around the world.
Well, I think maybe I should try it before I can judge it.
From fermented shark to raw octopus, these extreme and exotic dishes push the boundaries of what we think of as food. But for the cultures that created them, these dishes are much more than strange delicacies. They're traditions, livelihoods, and expressions of cultural identity. Whether you'd be willing to try them or not, these foods remind us that the world of cuisine is as diverse and daring as the people who create it. Still hungry? Which of these exotic dishes would you be brave enough to try? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more culinary adventures from around the world.